Welcome friends, followers and transients to Startup Company with me, Vapor, and to say I'm excited about playing this game is an understatement. I know my voice sounds very kind of relaxed and mellow, but believe me, I am excited. I've been wanting to play this for a while. I did put in a request for a key. It's taken a little bit longer than I expected, but thankfully Jonas over at, I'm going to probably butcher this because my Swedish isn't very good, but hovgaardgames has provided me with a key so I can obviously make some videos for you guys to watch. This game is going to be out tomorrow, which will be August the 11th, I believe, because I'm thinking I'm going to put this out on the 10th, which will be Thursday, I think, hopefully, otherwise this is going to sound a little bit strange. So when I kind of look at this game, it reminds me a lot of Software Inc. and a little bit of The Sims. When I say Sims, it's more like the stylized, that's probably not the right word, but just the way it's kind of got that Sims look. It's got very clean, very crisp, so it's kind of the love child in a sense. And the main thing about this game that really kind of draws me in is the fact that Jonas works on this game on his own. Just like Banished was one developer, this is one developer, and it just, their passion tends to come through. I believe he did hire someone for some of the assets and some music, but other than that, he is the main person behind it, and I think that's fantastic. I love that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's jump in. So again, I've only got a rough idea of what I'm doing, and I could be completely playing it wrong. So we're going to call our company Vay Designs. As I release this, I'm going to be going on vacation on the day this game launches, so I'm not really going to be able to respond very much in the first couple of videos, so I apologise for that. But once I'm back, if I've made some really stupid mistakes and things, and you guys will have had a couple of weeks to play it, yeah, you can help me out. Maybe we'll start again. So the first thing it asked me to do, this is the beta version, so maybe this message won't be here. It just says some of the tips are very lacking at this stage, but it gives you the first couple of objectives of things you need to do, which I already know. So we need to take a loan and we need to hire a finance person. Just one thing that I forgot to mention, the game will be on Steam for $9.99, and that's US dollars. It's usually, if it's $9.99 US dollars, it's usually $9.99 in my country as well, which will be pounds in the UK. But obviously that will vary depending on where you are in the world. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to put some desks down. I know we need to hire people, but oh, I didn't take a loan. That would have been a good idea. Let's take a loan from Easy Money. I'll take that. Thank you very much. They do send you an email. There it is. So, congratulations with your new loan. Hello, Vay Designs. The request of a loan of $40,000 has been transferred to your bank account. Payments will happen automatically starting from tomorrow. Thank you for using Easy Money with a 30% interest rate. Very nice. I'm sure they're very, very happy that they're supplying me with a loan. So I'm going to put one table here, or should I say a desk. So there's various different roles in this game. There's like management, design, programming, loads of different things. We'll go through them as we kind of progress through the game. But I'm going to try and keep certain people apart. I'll probably put this one over, let me think, let me leave a little bit of a gap. Somewhere like there. And just looking around, you see what I mean by The Sims? It's kind of got that feel. You can't rotate. If you hold your middle mouse button, it just pans. So you can't zoom in. I don't know if that will be added later on. Just looking quickly at the UI, it's very clean, and I love clean UI. It's not in the way, but it provides everything that we need. There is a zoom here, but that seems grayed out. So this is T1, meaning we're currently a T1 company, so a tier 1. We've got email, obviously the day, the time, the speed controls, how much money we've got. Create a product is something I've not touched yet, but this is something obviously from Software Inc. that I'm very familiar with, so we'll look into that at some point. But we're going to make some money first. We can't depend on that loan, but in order to do that we need to hire some people. So the first person they asked us to recruit was a sales executive, so we will do that. What they will do is they will phone other companies, or they'll just answer the phone, I suppose, in some cases, and they will take jobs, or in this case it's called contracts, but a job, and then we will have to fulfill that within a certain amount of time, and we will get money for it. And that's kind of how we're going to work to start off with. So there's different levels of employees. Obviously an expert will cost you a lot more when it comes to salary, but they'll be very good. But we can't actually unlock them yet and use this because they're a higher level, which makes sense. You wouldn't have the money to deal with them anyway. So we'll have a beginner. We'll have 1 day, because I'm not going to last the whole day. I'll pick some people pretty quickly and just try and save myself some money if at all possible. So let's start recruiting. It does inform you the game is paused. Space will unpause the game, which is brilliant. I enjoy that. Means I don't have to click everywhere. Right, so if I pause the game, now there's going to be more people that come through. In fact, let me leave it going. So we've got the names, the position. I'm guessing this is skill level. It doesn't say. This is their salary, and I've kind of used an educated guess on this. So the amount of WER required by this employee to be hired. So I'm thinking WER stands for something like work environmental racing or something like that. Just because I know in Software Inc. that people enjoyed a nice environment to work in. Hell, you know, I couldn't work in a place that wasn't very nice, so I'm guessing that's what it is. And as we only have desks, 0% is all they're interested in anyway. What have we got? 100%, 107, and he's $4,200. See, this person wants more money, but I'm lower skill. So we'll take Barry. Let's take Barry. Let's cancel the recruitment, and we'll remove these people. And we'll also recruit a developer. Again, same sort of thing. Game is paused. Thank you for warning me. So we will assign Barry, our sales executive, to this workstation. He's probably not going to do any work today. I don't even know if he's sat at his desk. Oh, he is there. So pause the game again. So we've got contract types. They're all grayed out. I don't know if that's because of the beta version or whether or not this is something to do with levels. It doesn't say anything about that. I should refer to them as tiers, not to get things confused. So there's all sorts of things here. We can get him to auto repeat, so as soon as we fulfill a contract he will then search for another, which is quite nifty. Schedules we can't touch, so kind of deciding where they're going to work. We haven't got a HR manager. And stats, so upgrade is going to be training, I'm guessing, to make this person a little bit better. There's various bonuses here. When their mood drops right down, you have to send them on vacation, which is something I figured out. What I'm thinking of doing, because I can see here you can rename Barry, and obviously we named our company. If you guys drop in the comments some names for people, maybe it's your name, some ideas for company names, and then when I come back, maybe there might be like 3 or so episodes that are going to come out while I'm off. It depends how much time I have between now and when I go. And then we'll come back, we'll start again, and we'll use all your tips and hints and everything else and some of these names, because I think that'd be quite cool. So we'll set him to search for a contract, we'll unpause the game, and we're also recruiting for a programmer. So, ooh, 141. You are expensive, Matilda, but we will hire you. And we'll cancel that. We'll unpause the game. And we'll put you in there. Excellent. Now, let me pause the game. One thing I figured out is you have to pay to unlock these. So you can see I can't move my mouse there, but where it says $1,000 is how much it costs to unlock each one of these. Some of these are higher level employees, so you can't do them. But if you unlock, so if we unlock encryption component, you can then ask the person to start making them. And if you switch auto repeat on, I haven't got a manager yet. I did have a manager in the little bit I did at the beginning before I started recording. So they're going to start making that straight away. Then they will stop. This contract is here. They're waiting for me to decide what I want to do. So we will respond. Now the thing is here, we've got 6 hours. So we've got 51 hours, but it's a 6-hour production. And they need 3 of them, and currently we have 0. So I'm not sure what that is. It's a UI component. So if we accept it, we come back to this person, and it's this one. So we will unlock it. The only thing is, if I click here now, it will cancel the progress that we've already made. So it will inform you of that. It doesn't. So here we are. Are you sure you want to switch this module and cancel the one you're currently working on? Why can't we just save it? Components will be returned to inventory. So there we go. Wow, that is really quick. I've not even got the game on high speed. So jump to the start of day. They're all going to go home. So when that happens, we're going to wait for them to also start work. you're actually losing time as well. That's one thing you have to bear in mind. So sometimes accepting a contract at the end of the day is probably not a good idea. You want to be trying to get a contract first thing in the morning. And I think, as it stands, so this will be the third one we're doing now, you can only have one contract at a time. Unless you probably have more than one sales executive, of course. Right, there we go. So we can now... Let me pause the game. It is paused. I don't want to rush ahead. So we have our contracts down here. It's got this nice little number 1 here to inform you something needs to be actioned. So here is our contract for a friend book. Yes, okay. I know, we know what that's referring to. And we could have cancelled it, which would have cost us. But now we can deliver it, and it's going to give us $720. Beautiful. So the next thing we want to do is look for more contracts. Now, the day is kind of dragging on a little bit, but we'll search for one, and if we find one we think we can do, we'll do it. I'm going to get them to work on something else while we're waiting. And in fact, I'm going to get another desk. I'm going to wipe that there, and we're going to we're going to recruit a manager. If it'll let me, it won't. Can we get a designer? No. Shocking. I'm trying to run ahead of myself here. We'll put another desk here. We pause the game. Can we get some... Let's just try to make this place a little bit prettier. I'm not going over the top, but just a few things here and there. Right, what have we got? Encryption component. That's what we're currently working on, I do believe. We only need the one. We've got 24 hours to do it, and it's going to take 8 hours. Well, we'll accept that. I'm pretty sure we are working on that. We are, and we're almost done. Although I think they go home at 5, yes. But we'll have that one done first thing in the morning. So, you can kind of see the benefit there of having this person constantly working on something. And the same goes for the designer. Once you have a manager, you can get them to auto-repeat, which is really useful. Let's... deliver that one. That was a nice paying one, 2,640, and we're now at tier 2. So designers produce graphical components for building products, and we've unlocked a coffee machine there, and a sofa, and I'm guessing just some kind of cabinet. I don't think it has any specific use. We will search for another contract. We will also then look for a designer. Not necessarily going to need one straight away. But let's do that because it's really quick. I just have one spare. The designer I'm going to just have sat here churning things out, so once we do actually need them, we'll already have the components made. That was super quick. Let's do another one while we're looking. What have we got here? So we need one of those anyway, and we've already done it, and a encryption. Medium urgency, 72 hours. I am going to let them finish that one off, and then we'll switch to this. Bingo. Excellent. And let's have a look here. So we've got some candidates coming through. 118. And that will probably do nicely. So let's hire Mason. Say goodbye to Bueller. And cancel this. And we will assign Mason to this chair. And then again, it's going to cost 1,000 to unlock each of these. But we'll do that. And we'll get them working on some stuff. We don't need them yet. Like I say. It makes a lot of sense to kind of be a little bit proactive. Let's fast forward the game. It's just a touch. Just to get things going. Oh, this person starts early. What's it? Early bird catches the worm, I think it's the saying. And he is steamrolling ahead. Look at that. We will unlock one of these as well. I don't know if we need it yet, but we'll get working on it. And we've almost done. Select green, we can do that. Fantastic. So we will again get them working on something that's pretty quick. We'll search for another contract. We want to get to the point where we can have the manager. That'd be quite cool. So company is tier 2. We're halfway through. We've got some benefits that we'll unlock later on. I'll look at these once we kind of get to those points. But there's different sized buildings, as you can see. I think, I'm just quickly looking at that. I think you can only have, 8 workstations. So we're in the small one currently, and we only have 8 in here altogether. Which makes sense. You don't really want to cram it too full. You're almost finished there. We'll do another one of those. I'm going to leave you because we're about to take a contract. What do we got here? Aha. So we've already made one of these. This is a wireframe component. That was made by the designer. That's the person just here. Is it Mason, I think the name was? And we need a database component. So we need one of those. I can't see what time of the day it is, but I think that's on here. It's something we've not unlocked. Hopefully it won't take too long. Yeah, it looks like he's going to work through that pretty quickly. Have you gone home? You have. So you start early and finish early, which is fair enough. Bam, done that already. Let's do another one. So at the moment, it is it doesn't feel it, but I'm going to use the word, it is a little bit grindy to start off with, but that's fine. It's not painfully so, it's quite enjoyable, it's easy to manage. But as we kind of move along and we start making our own products and things like that, oh, we can hand that in. Let's just get you on that. We'll deliver this. What are we getting for that? 3,500. We've just leveled up again. Now we can get the manager. And here's one of the benefits that I said I would talk about a little bit later. So, ensure the future of your employees by putting money into their retirement savings. That makes sense. And that will be up here in benefits. So I can switch that on. That gives a bonus. So that will probably make them a little bit happier in the workplace as well. But that's going to cost me $450 per month. So if we look at Barry here, mood is 75%, productivity is 88%. So this is all based on various things. So his base speed is 107. So that is the thing I was looking at, is it? Oh no, it's another percentage. That's skill level, definitely. Office bonus is 5%. Manager bonus, which we're going to recruit a manager shortly, so that will probably increase it. And mood penalty managed 25. I'm thinking that correlates exactly to that, because you add 25% to that, that becomes 100. So eventually we will have to send them on vacation. But in the meantime, we'll search for a contract, and we'll get you doing something, database, and we'll also look for a manager. Got lots of things going on here. Carlos Stokes, 97%. Nope, we're not interested in you. We're looking for, ooh, we'll take you. Estelle, quite expensive, but I don't mind. We'll assign you to here. Okay, Estelle can hire a maximum of 3 people, and that's good because we have 3, so we will put them all on here. As you can see, the bonus per employee, I don't know if that's the effect bonus she has or kind of if it's a salary related thing, but I think it's just the effect that she can have on each one. But I'm going to put her on all 3 anyway. Again, can't change any of this, unfortunately, at least not yet. So now if we come in here, auto repeat is automatically put on. So as soon as Matilda has finished this, she'll just make another one. And the same here for, is it Mason? It is Mason. So if we watch, boop, that goes straight onto the next one, which is perfect. So what do we need here? We need a wireframe component and an encryption component. Now, I don't know. Let me pause the game. Oh, there we go. Let's get you on that one. So it is 2 different people. And what was the other one we needed? Was it encryption? I think it was, wasn't it? Oh, no. Yeah, it is encryption. Okay. Now, the good thing is here, they're both working on 2 of the things we actually need. I have to be a little bit careful, and I guess you do as well, if those contracts require this person to do a couple of things. So it's just something to bear in mind, especially when we've only got the 1 person doing it. Are we there yet? Not quite. Drop to start of day. What's this one going to give us? 4,000. Nice. Melvin Wilson applied. Oh. Completely forgot about that. Cancel. We don't want to recruit anymore. Even if you are really good. I apologise. That's poor HR management. I need a HR manager. Are we there yet? Not quite. Almost. I think we're just waiting on that. Let's switch this across to something different. Build up a few different bits. That took quite a while, that one. We'll deliver that. We did it in time, which is perfect. We'll leave that on there for now. Search for another. Oh, automatically searching. See, now when I said it was grindy, it's not so much now because they're somewhat automated. I'm still going to have to get them to do different things. So we did a database component and a graphics component, which is, one of those is designer. So we're going to have to pay the 1,000 to unlock this. Like 1 on there. And what's the other one? Database. I think it was, wasn't it? We double check. Yep, okay. 52 hours, low urgency. Happy days. It's only a very low paying one. Let's have a quick look at our finances. So these are the contracts. So we've made $13,000 in the last 30 days. So the next 30 days, wow, it's going to cost me call it $28,000 to pay everybody, do the rent and pay the loan back. So at the moment, as it stands, we're currently losing $14,000 per month, which means in a very short space of time we're going to have no money, which we could take another loan, but I don't want to worry so soon, if you know what I mean. I think we'll keep grinding away. As these get more complex, the more money we're going to get. The only thing that I'm thinking of there is that we're probably going to need more people as well. I think that's it. We're done, aren't we? Yep. We don't want 960. No, you can refuse these. Oh, they're going to automatically search. Right, what have we got? Ooh, that's not a bad one. $330 an hour. We're almost there. We just need an encryption one for that, so we'll definitely take that. You're almost done, so it'd be a shame to stop you. We'll switch you across to encryption. We'll get you on... Was that wireframe? Yes. So while all that's going on, let's have a quick look at create product. No framework. Framework, increase how many features a product can include in a release. The framework also extends how many levels a feature can be upgraded. Okay, so I'm guessing we're not at that stage. We probably need some kind of designer, the developer, researcher. I think, yeah, we're probably going to need different people to do some of this stuff, which is fine. Oh, I think we might be a little bit late on this one. Are we? I don't think we're behind at the moment. You do get a little message to warn you when you are, but as soon as this lights up green, there we go. Yeah, we did it in time. And we got some experience as well. Fantastic. They're going to now look for another contract. So it is very kind of repetitive in that sense, but I like all the little bits of management. You can slow the game down. I am playing it a little bit fast. Media database component, but we'll take that. We'll just switch to that straight away. There we go. But yeah, it feels quite fun, and I'm so glad I finally got hold of this. But I kind of want to see where we can actually go with it. There is an option I saw in the main menu for mods, so I'm guessing there is probably going to be Steam Workshop support, which is always a good thing with these sort of games. It can really make or break a game if you don't have mod support. Let's we'll leave you doing that. Actually, no. Let's switch you to art. Oh, deadline is in 1 hour, so here we go. This is probably at the point where we start losing money. Oh, see, we lost 300. Never mind. So yeah, it's oh, this person's getting a little bit unhappy, which means they're going to need a vacation soon. And this person. Okay, so we need a encryption. You're almost done on that, so I'm not going to stop you. Switch you. So if we take a look at Barry here, 47% mood. So yeah, these two are definitely kind of working together. We will have to send him on a vacation. When I send this person on a vacation, it really means I can't do anything else unless I have somebody else doing that job, which kind of sucks a little bit. So I'm not too sure what we kind of do in that instance. Do we hire another person? That makes sense. But when we're kind of bleeding cash, actually no. Well, let's see. We're about to hand this one in. Let's see what happens. Come on, a few more clicks. Bingo. Oh, and we leveled up. So we can now have a lead developer. Lead developers take care of merging components together into modules. Okay, that means nothing to me right now, but we've got some other little bits we can have here, so we'll close that. How are we looking? Ah, there we go. So we're finally making a profit, which is fantastic, really. So, kind of worried, was I? Yes, I suppose. It's also letting you know because there's a nice green arrow pointing up here. So we probably will need to recruit when we send these on holiday, but obviously when they come back, then I don't know if you can run more than one contract at once. I will assume you can, but yeah, we've got lots to learn. Let me know in the comments what you think about the game, and like I said at the beginning, when I get back, I'll start right again from scratch. We'll take into account everything you've said. Some names for companies would be a good idea, and some names for people as well. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, but until next time, as always, take care.